Okay, welcome everyone to actual week one. Exciting times, exciting times. So, um, what are we doing, right? Okay, so last night I did a race already. That did in fact happen. I specifically raced, like I said I was gonna do, the street stocks. I can show you the results of those races. I didn't record them. I was in a call at the time. You see, they went. They went a ways. The top one I crashed out. Unfortunately, this one there was contact late in a race that moved me all the way from a potential definite top five to like third, fourth place. I think I was third when I got crashed. Potentially could have finished second. Um, all the way to seventh, which is really unfortunate. This one was just generally there was a couple. We ran into an issue early on in the race, and then later on in the race, around the end, I was like up into I want to say like P7 or 6, and then we ended up running into the wall. Off of some contact, and I completely destroyed the front end of my car, and that was race over. So both of those not necessarily how I wanted them to go, but is what it is. So now here we are, streaming for the first time for the season, and I'm gonna do some stuff. I don't quite know yet what I was thinking about doing this, just because it's at Sebring, which is a track that I think is really cool, in a car that I really like. Generally, um, like let's see, anything else really, that I would want to run. Like we could run street stocks, but the elo isn't going to be as high because I do want to do strength of field running here, which unfortunately just later in the night. Like if we actually go look at Tuesdays, like maybe I'll start getting on around like 6 because the one it isn't too bad, but isn't great either. I could run a race though. That's a possibility. Just to do it. Um, just to get a recording of one. I honestly think that that's not a terrible idea. Is that like the best time for me to run? Let me look. Like I haven't really done my full on due diligence here. If we were wanting to run it would be like Tuesday or Thursday. I mean, because we're on Tuesday currently. Um, I mean, we definitely could do that. Um, yeah, because normally it's actually a little worse. I was looking at 2 for some reason. Yeah, I mean, I might. Um, yeah, I might do that. I mean, what else do we have? Like Summit Point, which will be a crazy race for Formula 4. Where's NASCAR this week? Must not be at a track I own, or else I'd be seeing it. Um, yeah, I mean, we could do super late models at Linear because I don't care as much about strength of field, and at South Boston for normal late models because this is an Intel 2. Honestly, like I'm kind of thinking about maybe doing that, jumping in there, seeing what we can do. Like I said, I like the super late models. They're a lot more they're a lot harder um to control. Um yeah, I don't quite know yet. I mean we could jump in here, do the dirt midgets at Eldora, and like that wouldn't be terrible. Probably not a lot of people participate in that race though. Um, I mean, we could, of course, do LMP2s. Um, mm, mm, hmm. Like, how many people qualified for this last race? Or were in it? Where even is it? Would it be in results? One person? Okay, not a lot of people. I mean, it's gonna pick up as time goes on. But yeah, not a lot of people, which isn't too shocking, truthfully. We go look here. 15 drivers last race. Yeah. The goal is even the elo, I wonder, of like the person who won it. 20 drivers. Well, that wasn't even last race because I think they're hourly. So the current race is probably still ongoing. But this one, lead driver, I mean, I legitimately probably had to have a chance at winning just because. Like, what was the qualifying? Yeah, they're not running like super crazy qualifying times either. I don't know. Do we race this to get like a quote unquote easy win? I don't know. We're currently 22nd in points. Again, I just didn't get a good race. Truthfully, that's what happened. I don't want to stop myself from not racing a lot if I want to, but also I do care about this at least a little bit. Like realistically, I want to be racing around these times into the night. Yeah, these two are like the best. They're really good on Sunday as well. Saturday, not so much. I mean, because like tonight, I'm probably going to be racing 8, 9 my time, 7. You know, those times, maybe 10 if I'm really feeling like it. Wednesday and 9 as well. I mean, so realistically, even if I can do like a couple races where it's like lower elo just to do it. So we'll jump in here. We'll do it to do it, obviously. Yeah, and then we'll look into doing some other stuff potentially today. Again, like I said, I've yet to upload the races from yesterday. That will be happening. Another thing is that these are these actually do have cautions, so they won't be as I didn't even fully tighten my wheel onto my desk. They're not. Yeah, they're fixed races, which I thought they were open for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. I always thought they were. Maybe they changed that recently. I know iRacing recently has been going more towards running a lot of open setup stuff just in general. And honestly, like I don't mind it. I know some people really do. I've never been into or I think I said into open. They're running a lot more fixed stuff and kind of discarding open. I get the idea. The people running open are way more committed because they're actually spending time to go and make the setups and everything. I get that. But for me personally, like I don't know, I don't want to spend a huge amount of time having to go out and do that. One second, I got an email about sign. Okay, yeah. So overall, um, jump in here, get some laps, just to kind of warm ourselves up. Kind of a weird moment there. So yeah, as I was saying, like, just generally, you know, I'm not into the open setups, unfortunately. I know some people are. I'm not smart enough. um,
Slow car down low, car stop down low. You just hit the fastest lap.
wasn't even that quick of a lap. So yeah, sign to note, if this goes green for the 50 laps that the race is, you need to be really careful about tire wear. Legitimately. By the end of 50 laps, if you're really sliding and working your tires, you're going to be sliding every single time you enter the corner. Because your tires are overheating, and they don't have any grip left. And, you know, you can work with that. So you do want to be careful on, just with your tires in general, not strain them too much. Which really, on this track, at least with this car, it's mostly going into the corners you're going to be straining them. If anything, sliding into the corner, you can really easily power slide into it. I think a lot of it is just, it's hard for you to visualize it, because this car is easy to save. You can slide through the corner and be totally fine and even run a similar-esque lap time. Versus, like, I don't know, if you were to do that in, like, I don't know what an example would be. Like, even the trucks, like the NASCAR trucks, like, you would probably be scraping off in a huge amount of time and risking just crashing. You know, if somebody's behind you, you're risking getting crashed in this car just because people will bump you, but, unless if you're on used tires, you can save it. But again, those heat up the tires, which causes more tire drag. On exit, you slide a little bit, but I don't think it's, like, enough to really scrape off a huge amount. Like, right there, I didn't slide into the turn, midway through the turn, out of the turn. Just really consistent. Is it fast? Probably not. That's probably what the difference is between me and some of the really fast guys, is I can run similar lap times. So, like, that's a good example, actually, right there. I slid in, I had to correct it. I even slid kind of out of the corner. That probably heated up my tires a lot. Not enough where, like, I'd be sitting there like, oh my goodness, my tires, they're ruined. I could have just gone around this guy. I assumed he would be on the power quicker in the turn, but he wasn't, which is fine. So yeah, I I didn't run very fast laps, which is actually probably good, because I didn't run like a quali sim, basically. That's something else I do want to mention. From what I see, the top is really bad to restart on. That shouldn't be too surprising. It's normal short track rules. If you end up getting on the top, you basically lose a spot or two, depending on how quickly you can get down. Luckily, I don't know if it's the drivers or what, or if it's the car or the track. Getting freight trained, like absolutely freight trained, is actually kind of hard. So at the very least, you only lose a spot or two, and you know, getting a the entire bottom line through isn't going to happen. Maybe at tracks like South Boston, that's more common. I assume it probably is. But at least here it's not. Also, the first race had a lot of cautions, like a lot. The second race I did had, 3? I think? It was either 3 or 2. So right there, I got a little bit of oversteer on exit. That would slow you down a little bit. Probably did slow me down, I should say. Wasn't too bad. Let's look here. Yeah, people in this practice just aren't running fast laps. I assume it's literally just, you know, oh, they're not very fast drivers, I assume. Not to, of course, be mean or anything, just they're probably not very fast drivers, so my, was it, 23.6 is really quick to them. In reality, if that was like a lap for qualifying in my previous races, I'd probably qualify dead last. So I did a 0.3 on one of my for the first race. That's where I qualified. Was a 23.3, and then for race 2, I qualified with a 23.4. The difference between that with similar-esque fields, although the second race was definitely a little better for driver skill. The difference between those two was qualifying 5th and qualifying 10th. So, like, even a 10th on short tracks matters a lot. This is well known and documented, but, yeah. We'll try not getting another DNF. I also need to actually kind of care. Oh, huge sideways. I was able to catch it, though. That's kind of what I was talking about. You want to be careful. Because that's scraping, you know, life out of your tire, literally. So, you want to be really careful about that. We're about halfway race distance. It was around, I think, lap 40, I really was feeling the effects of, like, a long run, kind of where your tires are. This number 6 is already kind of drifting up the track in an awkward way. Nice Hoosier car, honestly. Always loved seeing them. That one's really good, though. Really well done paint. So yeah, I don't know how many people are going to register for this race. I would assume about 15. I believe they split at like 20 drivers. I can actually look. I probably won't, but yeah, major contact. My rear kind of kicked down, gave me a tank slapper, but should still be okay. That had changed the handling of the car, and it doesn't really seem like it. As I was saying, yeah, I think like both of the races were about 20 drivers. I think it got split like 2-3 times. So.
I'm blowing down the looky pad.
Low car up high. Car stopped up high. Go low.
Yeah, this car, overall, like, would I rate it as a good driving experience? If you're brand new, yes. It's better than the mini stock in my mind. The mini stock just runs so different to anything else. Not that that's bad, but the mini stock is slow. If nothing else, it teaches you driving lines, for slower cars, which is fine. It can work on a short track just fine. You know, so on and so forth. But the mini stock is legitimately a weird Frankenstein-esque car on iRacing. I think that there should be more cars like that. Just, you know, it's important to kind of know that. Take that from the opposite, which is this. This runs like a lower-powered, you know, like late model, really. Because the late model is pretty easy to drive too. You don't... Yeah, you don't feel a lot of big issues with the late model. At least I don't. I actually think the late model is super tight. Is kind of its defining characteristic. Like, it can get loose, don't get me wrong, but for the most part, it's tight. And this car feels similar to that. It's a little bit more slidey, but it's also a lighter car, so it also has less power, so it all kind of equals out in a lot of ways. It's easy to save, like how the late model is. So yeah, just overall, if you're looking to really get invested in specifically short track racing, not a bad car to learn. If you're invested in like more like actual NASCAR with intermediates, no, this isn't a good jumping off point, but it's, you know, go look at actual NASCAR drivers. They all start with cars like this, maybe not street stocks, but right, they start with Legends, then they move to late models and so on. Learning short track racing is a fundamental part of a lot of people's progression. It's not bad to get good at short track racing and then apply that at bigger tracks. I don't think that that's a bad way of going about it either. But realistically, you know, from what I know about the ARCA car, which I haven't driven the new one, you don't really need to drive anything else to learn. The ARCA car will teach you just fine. It's very on rails, apparently, and is also very tight. Which, I'm gonna be honest, is fine. For people learning to race, you know, just getting in it, that's not a bad thing at all. So we're about 40 laps in, which is when I said the tire deg really gets there and becomes bad. But honestly, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. Like, am I running slower lap times? Yes. Am I backing up my braking markers? Yes, obviously. But it's not uber noticeable. Right there it is. So like there you go. That'd be like the first time. There were some people on like lap like 25 of the last race I did that were getting to that point with their tires, like they were just so insanely overheated. And I was like, what have you been doing? Like, these people must have been pushing insanely hard or like really sliding the car in order to get their tires to that point. But yeah, with cautions, your tires, because the heat cycles, they aren't going to be as worn if you get a couple cautions here and there. And you'll probably end up being just fine, truthfully. A lot of people also like kind of weave during the everything, which I don't think is necessarily at all. These cars are not dependent on tire heat, from what I've noticed. Like, do I imagine getting a little heat in your tires is probably a good idea, of course, but the difference for me, at least how it feels, is not noticeable. It's not like some cars, because there are oval cars where you do notice it. Most of actually the NASCARs, the truck, the Xfinity, the Cup car, you do notice cold tires at least a little bit. Don't notice those on here though. Maybe it's just that you're going so slow it doesn't necessarily matter. I don't know. But yeah. So we're about to hit 50. I'm a little surprised I was able to do it in this 30-minute block, because I was a little late by like a minute or two. So I wasn't very sure if, I was going to be able to. I really just wanted to do this in case if we get a caution-free race. You know, I'll probably have more wear on my tire just because the track's been pretty clear. It won't be this clear in the actual race, it just won't. You'll have some people who, for whatever reason, feel the absolute need to go 3 wide on the start. You'll see those people. They exist. You know, short track racing and all, but also 50 laps. Like, come on. In a 50-lap period, if it goes caution-free, you'll have an insane amount of time to get around people. If you really don't, and you're stuck behind somebody the entire race, it's because you couldn't pass them. 50 laps is a long time. Yeah. We're already at 17 drivers, so yeah, we'll probably get to that 50, or so. There we go. That's 50. So overall, not too bad. Try shooting for a fast lap. Let me actually do some stuff first. I had to get the chat up, just in case. Right. Okay. Yeah, we have 3 minutes left. Like, what? Sure. 19 people. We'll probably get over 20. This actually might be split. If it does get split, that's, like, gonna be really disappointing. But, whatever. This will probably be the most Mickey Mouse race I'll do of the week here. I don't want to do too many of these, like... Oh, I'm gonna enter and there's gonna be, like, one person who can challenge me or two. Get ready, I'm gonna be absolutely humbled here, but... You know, I don't want to do that too often.
Inside. Clear inside.
Those felt really good. It was apparently not crazy fast, though. Maybe .6 is what people are running now. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, when this car gets, like, the weight transfer is complete, it feels so good. Maybe I'm just braking too hard. That might legitimately be it. Yeah, 28. This will split. Luckily, there's enough people where I don't think it'll matter too much. But I doubt there can be 30 cars on this track, at least with this series. Probably not, right? That's the race. Race is starting. So, overall, I had an okay practice. I didn't really run as fast as I wanted to, but we still got first in practice. So we'll have to see here, right? So indeed, we're number 2. Jonathan Riley is number 1. That Heath Rutherford. I wonder if they're related to the old president. We saw him in practice. We were faster as well. Did run kind of similar lap times to us, though. Okay, that was a little weird. I kind of thought that shifting noise was super loud. I was like, is there a car? Like, to my outside, but nope, doesn't seem like it. Okay, that's a more indicative lap time. Like I said, a 23.3 is kind of what we're shooting for. Some people can run 23.2s and .1s. I'm not there yet. I think I'm close to kind of getting it.
You just hit the fastest lap.
So yeah, let's see here.
Green, green, green. Okay, here comes your first time lap. One more lap.
I usually don't know, because yeah, lap one,
There's the flag.
turn one was
Go.
really awkward there. Unfortunately, I could have definitely done a better lap time. I think I did in practice. I think I got like a .33. Could have done a little better, but yeah. So number one can do the .2s. That doesn't scare me too much, because again, race pace is very different than quality.
Officials don't like the way you're driving.
Here.
Your lap times will be deleted.
So I don't
You
mind too
reset the
much.
car and try again. Pit box in 10, 5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Alrighty, so we did indeed qualify second. That's good. That's probably where we wanted to qualify around. We're number 2 in this race. We should be getting a top 5. Realistically, do I think we can compete for the win? Yes, I do, but there's some stuff that needs to happen in order for that to work out. Because we're not the fastest ones. We'll see what happens though. Kind of go slow. I need to get a decent start. How aggressive will I run it? I don't know. If I'm like really behind the number, if I can slot into second, and I can get like right behind the number 1, I might bump him a little bit. You know, or just generally. Actually, this is a weird track because not only can you bump, but you can actually like not bump as well and be totally fine as well there. So it's really weird because you can just run a better line. You can kind of do the classic like dirt thing where, oh, you run high and then dip down and you'll actually like kind of catch them on the straight. That's a really good looking 6, I'm gonna be honest. I really love cars that are like have a color to them. That one definitely does. Better than mine, unfortunately. I wish I could make cool paint schemes like that, but alas, here we are. We're going to be restarting in second. I want to make sure I can see the person in first. Again, I suck at restarting in second, but I'm probably going to be doing that a lot this race. Hopefully only with 14 cars, you would assume there wouldn't be as many cautions.
One to go. Next time by.
But yeah. If there ever is going to be a caution, it's probably going to be here in the first 5 or so laps, if not literally the beginning. Hopefully it's not me. If it is, it's probably me being dumb, because more than likely that's just what's going to happen. So again, I'm not going to run super tightly.
Get ready. Going green. The pace car is in.
And luckily the 6 just completely not running anywhere near, which is just giving me a free position, basically.
The next car's the leader.
Like, he could have at least ran close to the number 1.
11, you're an idiot.
Well, we already have the first person mad in chat. So he is running super wide into turn 2, or out of turn 2. Turn 3 and 4 runs a lot more conservative. Interesting to note, I think we can swoop under him then going out of turn 2 if we get really close. I think we just have the better line. Maybe not. Maybe we're using more tire. But we are right on his bumper. We're keeping up.
You've got the fastest lap.
Hit the wall. It actually gave him a speed boost for a second. What the hell? But he's pushing here. Thought I had him. Like I said, I don't want to just completely run him off the track. That's horrible and mean. You should never race that way. But, you know, if he stops up, I'm not necessarily going to let off. I'm going to bump him. But I doubt he will. He's a talented driver. I know for a fact he is.
Car outside. Clear outside.
We had to get a little out of the throttle there to not hook him. It's another thing. Can't really bump on exit. I bet I could, like, dive bomb him, but maybe later in the race.
The leader is running 23.723.
Slid out of turn 2. We don't want to do that. We're still very much in a position where actually tires will matter. So actually, I think running a little more conservative, not trying to get this lead, snatch it, might be the play. Kind of let the other guy work his tires just a little bit more. I say that, but I am totally dipping down into here.
Outside. Still there.
I felt like I had a run. I think I was correct.
Go low. Clear up top. Car outside. Clear.
Just barely clears me. Falling back just a little bit. Again, kind of just let him breathe for a second. Really let my tires do that. Slid a little bit out of 4.
The leader is running 23.789.
And he's really riding that wall. I don't know if that's just on my screen, though. It's not doing enough to, like, really do damage. But you can tell he's pushing. As far as actually staying with us, which is fine. I actually feel like I'm saving tires here, so I don't mind that. The one is definitely kind of just letting the car naturally rotate on the bottom with the weight, which is very good. Slid a little bit in there.
Outside. Clear high.
I hit him. That's more of a bump. I think he was sliding into that corner. Didn't spin him out or anything. He got loose on exit.
Deleted consider 24.001.
This is a little more difficult. I do have to care about the 4 in my mirrors. He's definitely loose there. Got hit from behind a little bit. It's fine. I was kind of awkward through there. Definitely slowed up.
Car outside. Outside, clear. Outside. Cheap road. Cheap road. Clear outside.
I'm gonna say, have to be careful about him powering underneath.
Yellow flag.
There's a caution.
In single file. Closed. Pit road is closed.
Fortunately, I doubt the 4 here is going to give me as much room as the 6 did.
Pit road's open.
I want to cool down my tires here. So we're running off the racing line, which will be the hottest part of the track. Up into the second lane, which I doubt is ran as much.
Pit road is closed. One to go. Next time by. You're on the outside this time. About to go green. Stay focused. Post car is off. Time to do your job. Green flag. Green flag. Okay, we're halfway to the finish. Lead consider 49.648. Pit road's open.
I was able to keep in second which is what I wanted. Just a little over halfway. So you still have time. Got super loose there,
Tank car, you're
slid.
fucking big.
Oh,
What the hell are you doing?
language.
The next car's the leader. Caution, yellow flag. They want you in single file. Pit road is closed right now.
That's real cute, dude. Wow, you wrecked me for a fucking lap. And then you're gonna get banned from that one, but enjoy.
No, Darren, and you've been trying to fucking dump me this whole race, you stupid prick. I was not trying to do you then. You can try and bum me, I'll just fucking protest it.
Okay.
I haven't been wrecking nobody, but I was
Pit road's open.
I got back there with you and you automatically fucking jumped me up the wall. And then I can't help it. You ran out of talent, but that had nothing to do with me. Next time you run out of talent, don't get mad and freak out and wreck nobody. Fucking idiot.
Holy. Like, come on. Sucks. I think, honestly, I might be able to beat the one if it gets into, like, no tires left. You know what I mean? I don't think on pace alone. Because, like, you kind of see me slipping and sliding. I'm not. Like, I'm just not slipping and sliding. There's a couple times where I kind of did it in the middle of the corner, but not at the exit. Like, he's really scraping a lot off of his tires by doing that. You know? It's like... Yeah. So, we'll see. The hope is that he does it majorly and it's an easy pass or we can get under him or whatever. Do I think it will be? Probably not, unfortunately. Uh, 15 to go here. Less than 50. It'll be like 14 to go. So, really, this entire, like, oh, we still have a while, it's starting to kind of close down here. And everybody's tires will be pretty cold at this point. The wear won't be too bad. We gotta hope for a good start again, though. Here on the 4. Like we got last time.
Get ready, going green. Post car is off. Green flag, green flag. Pit road is now open. The lead is 48.842.
Another correction. Another mid-corner correction.
Got 10 laps to go. The leader just did a 23.841. Outside. Clear outside. Car inside. Clear. Inside. Clear.
So fucking stupid.
That's so annoying. It's fine though.
I won't break that to you, but don't do this. Please.
You got 5 laps to go. Keep it up. We're in a great spot.
Maybe he'll wipe out one. That's really my only hope here. Because that slide destroyed my tires.
Leader is running 23.971. Two left to go. 2 to go. White flag. Stay through. Car outside. Clear. Car inside. Still there, inside. Clear inside. The next car's the leader.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I tried staying off you. I think my second hit put you in the wall. I'm sorry about that.
Alright, there's the checkered flag.
Ah, that's annoying.
Nice run. Solid work.
Ay, 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 ay. I mean, was that dive bomb? I feel like he did the same thing that the 4 did to me, right? I'll have to look. Because I was basically like, this is my last chance. I'm going to go up the inside.
Pit box
He
in.
can stay on the outside if he wants.
Okay, the race is over. Bring it on in. 5,
But he came back into me, right?
2,
I don't know.
1. Right here.
Optimistic move, probably? I don't know. Let me look here. I don't know. I have space there, right? Like right here, I'm already on the inside. I don't know. I think that's fair. At least to me. Like right here, I'm on the. I'm like pretty close. But like right here, once we get to the actual turn, like I just brake harder. He's. Yeah. I think he cleared himself, like in a similar fashion to what I did, right? Which was here. Yeah. It literally exact same thing. Like, I just need to run the outside here. He has me. Well, second place. I'll accept that. Could we have wan? Could we have won? Yeah, I think so, but isn't quite how it worked out. How many points did I get? I mean, it wasn't too far off. I got fastest lap. Kind of knew that. Overall, even winning wouldn't have done a lot. That's probably gonna be. Let me look here. I mean, yeah, like I said, I might do it on, like, Thursday, because it seems like a little higher, split people do it. I might do that. That sounds kind of fine. Yeah. I don't know, do I feel like doing another race? Not really. I think that's gonna be it. Oh, I didn't even get a... Whatever, it's fine. So yeah. Other than that, I guess